Welcome back to Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now, today I'm going to talk about Tesha Miller's new case, right, that he currently has ongoing. And I'm going to tell you the reasons why Tesha Miller is very likely to bust this case. And if he doesn't, I'm going to also give you the reasons why they will dash him away down at Horizon or GP. So I'm going to give you both sides. So when the verdict come out, don't bother act shock, don't bother act surprise. Right? Now, first I'm going to start off with the reasons why Tesha Miller will end up get found guilty and throw it down at Horizon or GP. Right? Now, the first reason is that it's not his party in a power. That's the first reason. Right? Tesha Miller, Klansman, PNP links. Right? Obviously, JLP in a power. Now, of course, the simpletons will tell you there is no connection between government and the court system. But people who have sense and know better know so when certain party in a power and certain high-level criminals who are linked to that party go trial, them usually bust the case or get that way, depending on who is in power. So, it's JLP in a power, Tesha Miller go in front of the courts. Trust me, that is one of the main reasons why he will get dashed away. That's the first reason. The second reason, which I would say is unbeknownst to me and to most people so far, because we don't have all the details, is the fact that the prosecution might have a card up them sleeve. They might have a super witness, right? And they will need the super witness. And when I tell you why he's very likely to bust the case, you're going to understand why. The prosecution, the fact that they're willing to carry this thing to trial, and the fact that they're willing to talk so confident, means they must have a trick up them sleeve. They must have a card when nobody don't know, right? Because on the surface, this case look easy for bust to me. But I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, right? And I'm going to say, all right, we're just not privy to that information, right? So, them have some kind of card where them go pull upon Tesha. You know, like how remember say Ninja Man did confident him go bust for him case, you know. Right? Ninja Man was 100 confident him go bust for him case. And when the witness who him did think under the earth how long turn up in a court, Ninja Man drop a gun same time. Right? So let's see if something similar happen with Tesha Miller. Now I'm going to go into the reasons why Tesha Miller is very, very likely to bust this case. The number one reason is that Tesha Miller's lawyer is none other than Bert Samuels. Bert Samuels is one of Jamaica's elite lawyers. He's in that tier 1 category of what I guess you could call badman lawyers. I know he would reject that term, right? But let's face it, whenever certain 90 octanes and certain 116s are going to trial, there's a pool of lawyers that they draw from. Bert Samuels is in that pool, right? Bert Samuels already start the tricks, because Bert Samuels has put it to the judge that listen, because of the whole publicity that's around this case, my client will not get a fair trial. Therefore, Bert Samuels had requested that they poll the jurors. Right? They need a poll so that they can pick and choose which jurors they are going to be, which jurors are going to be in the trial, because what them basically look for is them are going to ask the people them how much you know about Tesha Miller, what have you seen on the news, and if people say yeah we know about Tesha, we hear this about him, they can't be jurors. So when Bert Samuels done pick and choose them jury members there, believe me, trust me when I tell you, the odds are going to tip in Tesha Miller's favor, because Bert Samuels are going to pick the people who will give Tesha the best chance of beating the case, right? Bert Samuels, right, is not a little regular lawyer when an 87 or a normal person can afford. As a matter of fact, his company's slogan should be, if you're an alleged criminal and you have a high net worth, check Bert. That should be his slogan, right? And the prosecution, their lawyers, whoever is going to be prosecuting this case on behalf of the Crown, right? Trust me, it's very likely Bert Samuels are going to just moonwalk around him, right? I can't see this prosecution lawyer getting the better of Bert Samuels, right? Because the Crown's lawyers are usually, I don't want to be disrespectful towards them, but they're very rarely the best of the best of the best, right? So it's very likely Bert Samuels are going to dance around that lawyer, right? Remember, there are very few people, very few lawyers in Jamaica who are so skilled that they can stand in front of your face, look you dead in the eye, and tell you that Tesha Miller is not a Don. Bert Samuels is one of them. Bert Samuels will look you straight in your face, right, and tell you his client is no Don. And when you tell him, of course Tesha Miller the Don for Klansman, or at least was the Don, he will hit you with lawyer jargon. He will tell you, hey, my client is innocent until proven guilty. And unless you have some evidence to present in a court of law, you need to keep quiet or we're going to hit you with a lawsuit. At which point, you're going to have to keep quiet or decide you're going to try to go testify, right? So, trust me people, when I tell you, the fact that Bert Samuels is Tesha Miller's lawyer, the odds are tipped in Tesha Miller's favor to bust this case. Now, the next reason why Tesha Miller is very likely to walk away from this case and bust it just like the last one is the fact that the person who allegedly carried out the killing of the director of the JUTC, a man by the name of Douglas Chambers, the person who allegedly did that was found not guilty in 2016. He's a man by the name of Andre Bryan. So he was the main person who they were saying actually carried out the act. So Andre Bryan was the 87, right, acting on the orders of Tesha Miller, the 90, right, according to the Crown. Now if Andre Bryan busts the case, how you are going to bring a case against Tesha? Think about that, people. The Crown's argument is that Tesha Miller sent Andre Bryan for dash with Douglas Chambers, but Andre Bryan bust the case. So if you don't even have the man who carried out the act, what kind of case you are going to bring upon the man who allegedly sent him? What do you think Bert Samuels is going to do when he turn up in a court with this information? Do you see why Tesha is very, very likely to bust this case? You don't even know who carried out the act. You don't catch the man but do the act itself. But you know sir him send the orders. How are you going to prove that in a court of law? Yes, the streets might know this and the streets might know that. But as Bert Samuels would remind you, streets don't mean nothing in a courthouse. It's evidence and witness and testimony. Right? So this is why I'm telling you, to me, from the outside looking in, this case is not looking too good. So if you're thinking Tesha Miller is like, yeah man, then get him now, so I'm gone now, don't bother get your hopes up. Right? I'm just warning people from now so that's not people that get too disappointed down the road. Okay? Plus, we have to be realistic, people. If Jamaica's prosecution, Jamaica's DPP, can't throw a man behind bars, we get caught on camera. We have people who have been caught on camera, low-level 87s, and then bust the case. Right? And they were nowhere near as influential or have money like Tesha Miller, and them never have no lawyer like Bert Samuels, and then bust the case and then they on camera. Right? So imagine a case like this where it's clearly much more difficult, right, to prosecute. It's not looking good. It's not looking good at all, people. I've seen these set of prosecution. I've seen the DPP office drop the ball in cases that were so straightforward. You could have put money upon it and them still drop the ball. And now they're going to pull this off until we say them are going to finally throw away Tesha. Well, people, I'm telling you, don't get your hopes up, right? The first couple of reasons I'm going to give you might be the only reason why Tesha end up sitting on Horizon. And trust me, most of you would have watched my Security Post 11 video. The last place Tesha Miller want go is down at Horizon again. As a matter of fact, I think Tesha Miller would rather go down at the hardware store and buy about 5 pound of rope, right, and find the tallest tree him can come across and throw it on him neck, than go back down at Horizon and go deal with Security Post 11, right, again. But you see how this one play out now? Trust me, I'll be covering it from start to finish. Patreon squad, big up on yourself. Please like, comment, and share the video. Bless.